Hello beautiful people, it's Vlad from Synaptic Schism, and today I want to show you the plugins from this company called Kilohearts. Before we start, I want to make it clear that I have no support from them. This is not a paid video. I did not receive anything. I'm not using any link, nothing. I just like the product and I'm talking about it. I used Kilohearts in the symphonic metal mixing series to do a pitch shift, and when I was looking for a simple pitch shifter I couldn't find any. That was when I recalled Kilohearts. I know Kilohearts quite well because I used to have a Slate Digital subscription and Kilohearts is included, and the thing I liked the most was actually this product, the multipass. If you think about a multipass compressor, you have multiple bands of frequencies and then you compress each one of them individually. The multi-pass allows you to do that, but not only for compression. You can put whatever effects Kilohearts offers. So what I'm going to show you is actually this bundle, which is the Kilohearts Essentials, because this bundle is free. And I really like the way that they built these plugins, because each one of them is very simple. It does only one thing. And the way that I see it, it's what I usually call a Swiss Army knife of effects. So let me show you some of them. I won't show you all because there are like 32 of them, but I will show some for you to have an idea of how these plugins work and how you could use them. Let me show you the effects. So there are 32 effects. I'm not going to show you all of them. There are effects like a 3-band EQ, which you will probably use your DAWs or some EQ that you have. You have things like reverb and things like that. To be quite honest, I feel that probably we have a better option than the one from Kilohearts. However, there are a number of very useful plugins and they are very, very simple. Allow me to demonstrate. So I will start during the drums here and showing you the transient shaper. So this is a transient shaper, but it's very simple and it works like a charm. So here's what it does. So let's say that I want a little bit more attack in my drums. So it's not getting like the full body of the drums, but just the accent, the transient, right? Now let's say that I wanted more sustain, and listen to the cymbals here. I'm not getting any more attack, but I'm getting like the sustain from the cymbals, especially the cymbals, right? So this shows, for the most part, how the Kilohearts plugins work. They are very simple, a very simple interface that does exactly what we want it to do. Very simple controls, everything is simple, everything is pretty easy to work on and get the desired result. But let me show you some others. Let's go to the guitar now. So the first is a beat crush, and it does exactly that. It's a beat crush. So this is the sound of the guitar, and with a beat crush. So instead of being at 44.1, which I think it's the max that it supports, it can go pretty low and just mangle. Right? Again, very simple, very easy, and many of the plugins have got like this mix, which makes the plugin work as a parallel processing, which is very, very useful. So going to the next one, a very simple chorus. Again, simplicity at its best. It just does what we want it to do. Right? I very rarely use delays, but often when I use delays, I want something very specific and simple. And this is really helpful. It's just a stereo delay, right? So obviously we can do these kind of things, which it's neat. Right now it's synced, but we can do time-based also if we want. Again, very simple plugin, does exactly what we want it to do. Same for the flanger, or flanger, I never know how to pronounce that. Same for the phaser. So if you want just a simple phaser to add as an effect to one of your tracks, this phaser does the work perfectly. I mean, phasers are not complicated, so why should the plugins be, right? This one was the one that I used in the mixing symphonic metal because I wanted a pitch shifter. That's when I recall about Kilohertz, because it's not easy to find a pitch shifter that it's just a pitch shifter, and this one is just a pitch shifter. This is what I did in the other in the mixing videos. I just wanted a guitar 1 octave lower, and this is what it does. One of my favorite ones that I have not used, but I will. This is a tape stop. Check this out. It's just beautiful. It's really, really cool. Very simple. You can automate all of this. It's really cool. I am definitely going to use this one sooner or later. Same for this one. It's just a trance gate, and we can program in every way that we want to program it. And you can have other It's pretty cool. And this is it. I mean, these are just a handful of the effects that exist there. Again, I think that for many of those effects, there are better alternatives, even included in DAWs themselves. But sometimes you just need that specific plugin that just does one thing. And I find that Kilohearts Essentials is like the Swiss Army knife of these kind of plugins that are very simple, just do one specific thing. And I mean, it's free, you can have it in your DAW, just reach for one when you need it, and it always works. So I hope you find this helpful and useful, and until the next video, bye-bye.